Hello, and welcome back to another video. So I really do like this trick. It's a little bit more complex than the ones I've done so far on the channel, but with a bit of practice, this trick can be easily learned and has a really cool effect to it. So I'll show you the performance and then the tutorial afterwards. The trick starts off by showing the spectator you have 3 red jokers, and if they wish, they can inspect them. If they're happy, then the spectator can pick out 2 cards at random from the deck. And once the spectator's happy with the cards, to pass them back to you. So they've got the 8 of clubs and the 3 of spades. We place 1 card in between 2 jokers, and the second card between 2 jokers. So we have 1 joker, 1 card, 2 jokers, 2 cards, and 3 jokers. But then you explain that these jokers can be quite tricky, because the problem is, although you can keep an eye on the jokers and your cards, something strange can happen. If you turn over the bottom joker, turn the pile over, and do the same thing again, and give them a shake, all of a sudden we have 1 red joker, 2 red jokers, 3 red jokers, but no spectator cards. But they are tricky, but these jokers are fair. What they'll do is if you place them on top of the deck face down and tap them 3 times, one of the jokers will disappear and the other joker will go down the deck in between the 2 chosen cards. I do love this trick, but there are a few moves in here which you do have to make sure you practice and get right. So you are going to need 3 jokers of one color and 1 joker of another color. And if you've got a blue deck, you just need 1 blue joker. If you have a red deck, it's going to be 1 red joker. Okay, so the joker goes on the top. And you get the spectator to pick out any 2 cards they want. Now, whilst they're looking at their cards, you're going to catch a break on the deck. Now, the way to do that is you're just going to take the top card, slide it across, pull it back, and grab the break at the back. Okay, not at the front, but make sure you've got a break at the back. Okay, so right there. Once you've done that, when they hand the cards back to you, you're going to put the first one square on the deck, and this one like so. The reason for that is you can then say, okay, so you pick the Jack of Hearts and the Ace of Hearts. When you come to square them up, when you do this, that means you're instantly going to transfer this break here to a thumb break. Okay? It's just the easiest way of doing it. So when you catch a break here, you put their first card square and the second card down like so. So when you come to square them up, you take away the card underneath. Okay, so now you've got their 2 cards and the joker. This next bit, you do need to kind of do this very smoothly if you can. So you're basically just going to flip over the first card. So the way to do that, you're going to just basically get a little bit of pressure with your thumb to pull out the card underneath it, and flip it over. Now when you do this, you're going to drop these 2 cards on top. Okay? Because you're going to drop the joker right down in the middle of them. So you show the Ace of Hearts, drop those 2 cards down, and then flip over the Jack of Hearts. So by doing that, you've now got this setup where you've got their 2 cards and a blue joker. Okay, so now you're going to deal off the top 2 cards, which will be one of their cards and a joker. Okay. Now this next bit is important. If you get this wrong, the trick won't work. So the card you're going to put down first is going to be the joker card. Okay? And don't flash them. That's important because then they'll see that something's not right. So you're going to take their first card, put it down in between 2 jokers. You're going to take their second card, put it down between 2 jokers. Okay, so the setup at the top looks like this. Underneath, you've got one of their cards and a joker. Okay, this next bit is fairly simple. So you're just going to simply show you've got 1 joker, 1 card. Now at this point here, you're going to then create a break. So all the remaining 3 cards, you're going to have to create a break, okay? So when you take out the third joker, just make sure you catch a break. You're going to take out the next card and the final joker, just to show them you've got 3 jokers and 2 of their cards. Now at this point, you want to just take away the top 3 cards you create a break with. Now when you put them down, be careful. If you do that, it's going to show that there's not 5 cards there. Okay, so when you come to this, make sure you just put them down very carefully, because then it looks there. It kind of looks there like there might be 5 cards there. Now you've just done the trick right there. Okay, so the trick is already kind of done. What you want to do now is just very subtly do a swing cut. Okay, don't bring any attention to it. Just do a very natural swing cut and put the deck to one side. This next bit does require a bit of practice. So you're going to basically make it look like you've still got 5 cards. The way to do that, you're going to show 1 joker, 1 card. Now when you come across this time, you're going to slide this across, and then you're going to pull away the cards under it. Okay? And then you're going to just continue it. So again, come in, and it's important that every single time you do this, even if you're not pulling away the cards underneath, that you do it the same each time, just so you get a constant pattern. So you're going to show 1 joker, bring this completely flush across, 1 card. When you bring this across, you're now going to take the 2 cards under it. So 2 jokers, 3 cards, 3 jokers. With a bit of practice, you can make it look very seamless. But you do have to do this with a little bit of speed, just in case they do see the cards underneath it kind of slide away. But this is the critical part of the trick. If this bit doesn't look real, then they will instantly spot that something's wrong. Okay, so once you've shown them that you've still got 5 cards, the next bit is when you do the spiel that, okay, and our jokers are slightly tricky. So you're going to turn the pile over, and you're going to slide out the bottom card, turn it over, turn the pile over, and do the same thing again. Turn the joker over, then give it a bit of a shake. This next bit, you do have to do this slightly quickly, because you're going to have to try and trick the spectator, because you've only got 3 cards, and one of them's blue, right? Which, this is not what they're going to be expecting. So you're going to show them the first joker and flip over the whole deck and show the back. So it's a red. You say, okay, I've got 1 red joker. Do the same again and make sure they're all flush. If you do that, it doesn't work. So you do another blue joker, another red joker. That's the actual blue one. And a final red joker. Okay? So you just go 1 red joker, 2 red jokers, 3 red jokers. Now, that's when you instantly say, and no spectator cards, because you want to draw them to the fact that something's missing, rather than the fact that you've just done a very, very dodgy show of 3 cards. Right. Now, you're in this position, and you need to get this onto the bottom, and that is a very simple thing. When you come to pick up the cards, just subtly take the top card, slide it under. Make sure you square up the deck as well, because if you don't, if you pick them up and try and turn them over, they may catch the side of the blue one. So when you come to pick up the cards, just make sure they're nice and square. Turn them over, put them on top of the deck. And you're just going to basically take away the 2 jokers on the top, the 2 red ones. But be careful, don't do this, because they'll see it's only 2. So, basically just try and look as if you are taking away 3 cards. Turn the deck over, put the jokers down, tell the spectator to give it 3 taps, then show that you've only got 2 jokers, and then spread out the cards and show that the 3rd red joker went down the pile and picked out their card. It is a very, very cool trick, but if you're going to do it, make sure you practice it. There are several moves in that trick which really do need to be practiced. So I hope you enjoyed this trick. I certainly love performing it, and I also, I think it's a really great trick to do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you next time.